video log and as well as our game log. We're trying something a little different this time. We've had a lot of response from people who like the video logs, but have suggested maybe we should spend more time on the DVDs and feedback, commentary, a little more stuff like that. Well, since we're limited to the amount of time each segment can be, I decided that from now on what we're going to do is break them up into a DVD log, a video log, which would be like miscellaneous film reviews, news and stuff like that, and game reviews. So right now we're going to start off with some DVDs, and one of the first things out is Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and that is available coming up in a few weeks. There is a 2-disc unrated director's cut, which is the one I reviewed. Very solid performance in terms of the transfer. Film still has the issues in terms of good setup, good premise, but didn't quite go anywhere. A lot of people thought they were way too much liberal use with established canon of the film. That being said, the transfer was very solid. It makes very good use of the visuals of the film, but for me, what really made the movie, the collection, stand out were the featurettes, specifically the one that showed the look of the Pred Alien, which was somewhat controversial, as well as the designing of the Predator homeworld, which at the end of it, we broke the news the other day that Colin Strauss, one of the 2 directors, came out and said that they had planned to show the Alien homeworld, and that this they were going to insert it at the end of the film. They decided not to do it, but they're going to save it for the next film. So there you have some kind of confirmation that at least initially Greg and Colin Strauss were going to be involved in Alien vs. Predator 3, which is rumored to be set in space, and that we may see the Alien homeworld in this, which is going to be very controversial as well. You can read my full write-up on that on the site. I'm not going to waste video time with that right now. Anyway, movie solid. I gave it about 3.5 stars out of 5. I know it was a little generous, but I like the series, so do check it out. Another one to definitely check out was Hitman, with Timothy Olyphant, who was recently seen in Live Free or Die Hard, also appears in Deadwood. Good, solid film. A lot of people bashed it. They said, oh, it's another bad video game adaptation. Quite impressed with it. He played Agent 47, which was a genetically engineered assassin. The action was good. The effects were solid. Didn't have the most overwhelming story in the world, but what it had was solid. It had a lot of good featurettes, including an alternate ending of the film, which is quite different from the direction they went. But it was well worth seeing, and I do recommend checking that out. Both of those are available or will be available from Fox DVD. So getting back to the more traditional films, we have the introducing the Dwights, which is a rather charming film from Warner Brothers. It's one of those that you didn't really think too much about, but Brenda Blethyn does a fantastic performance in it, and you may want to check it out. It is rated R for some language, and basically it's one of those good-hearted, humorous stories about a guy who has 2 women after him, and one of them just happens to be his mom, even though the other one's his dream girl. So you may want to check it out. It's quite humorous. Not a lot of bonus features on this, but you will enjoy this quite a bit. Another film to check out is a very controversial movie called The Kite Runner, which is available right now from DreamWorks. And it is controversial in that it's the story of a young Afghanistani boy. Talks about a lot of the changes that are going on in their country, a lot of the political turmoil that's going on. There's a wonderful director's commentary. There's a theatrical trailer. There's some images from the film. It is a very, very good film. It's won several awards and such, but there were some aspects to it, such as an implied rape scene, that sort of thing, that were cut from the film. Some say they were filmed for the movie but not included. Very controversial on that. But controversy aside, this is a great film, and you are definitely going to want to check it out. Now, also, 20th Century Fox here, Bachelor Party 2, took over 2 decades to follow up the Tom Hanks Adrian's Med classic, and I went in thinking, oh boy, what's this going to be like? Because one of the the highlights of the film were Harlan Williams, who was in Sorority Boys, and Greg Pitts from Office Space, and Emmanuel Vaughn, who was in Saw 4, is also in the upcoming Far Cry. Believe it or not, we actually have a scene together, a very small scene, but we'll talk about that later as it comes out. I thought, okay, this is going to be another stupid direct-to-DVD video, but truth is there was a lot of good comedy to it. It had a lot of funny charm to it, and while it's definitely crude and lewd comedy, there were some very funny things. One of the bonus features, the analysis of a stripper fight, was funny, and it's got a making of deleted scenes, and it's one of those clever things that is a lot better than you expect a direct-to-DVD film to be. So if you want some comedy, check it out. I think you might be pleasantly surprised. One of the bigger surprises was this very nice 2-disc set of I Am Legend, the Will Smith action adventure, which was originally done as The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, then as Omega Man with Charlton Heston. This current version, about 10 years ago, they were originally looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the lead to it, but it took a while to get to the screen. And this is a very interesting 2-disc set about the last man on Earth in New York, played by, of course, Will Smith, who battles a bunch of creatures that are photosynthetic sensitive. They can't come out at night, but he's trying to stop a cure to the plague, and it's quite creepy. He does a very good job showing the range of a man who's not gotten out, who literally is the last guy on Earth, who hasn't had human contact for years, and is possibly on the verge of snapping. One of the great things about this is that on the there's an alternate theatrical version, so the ending of the film was quite a bit different, to be honest with you, on that one. So you can get to see the two versions, check them out. Lots of bonus features. There's a DVD-ROM feature where you can put it in your DVD-ROM player on your laptop or your PC and download the content directly to your computer, so you can have a copy of the movie on your computer to watch whenever you want. It is available from Warner Brothers. It's fantastic. It's one of the better action-adventure films in the last couple of years, and I do recommend checking that out. Also, all these, the main films, we do have full reviews on the website at Skewed and Reviewed, sknr.net. Just go up to the search box up top. We're in the process of doing the major remodel, moving everything to the new look layout, and that's going to happen sometime in the next 6 to 8 weeks, but you're going to like that. Celebrating the rollout of the brand new 12th season, Paramount has South Park Imaginationland, which has the 3-part Imaginationland episode where the good imaginary creatures, the evil imaginary creatures all run afoul of the terrorist organization. You've got the classic Man-Bear-Pig with Al Gore and the Woodland Critters Christmas, as well as comments by creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone and storyboards. That is available now. Saw this over the weekend, and it's quite surprising. We had Tim Burton and Johnny Depp in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This is a musical story about a barber who was wronged. He was sent away on a trumped-up charge for 15 years to return to find his wife dead and his daughter in the possession of the corrupt judge, played by Alan Rickman, who trumped up the charges and sent him away. Helena Bonham Carter stars as the lady with the meat pie shop downstairs as they together concoct a bloody tale of revenge. Very, very solid visuals. The music of Stephen Sondheim was very good. Helen and Johnny did a good job, even though they're not naturally singers, of carrying the music. The problem for me was that it had the issue that many Tim Burton films have, in my opinion, that he is such a brilliant and gifted visionary. He puts so much effort into the vision and the look of the film that character development, plot, and side stories tend to take a back seat, and that's what happened with this. You had a very simple story that was visually wonderful to look at, but extremely gory and not really a lot of substance to it. So I would have to say right there for this one, I would be right about in the 3 out of 5 star range. We do have a full review online. My sister did a review of the theatrical version, so you can read those comments. But there are tons of behind the scenes and deleted footage available on this. It's a 2-disc set, and it is out right now from DreamWorks, or coming soon from DreamWorks. And wanted to also mention Matthew Fox, the star of Lost, and Lacey Chabert, Scott Wolf. We have Party of 5, the complete 3rd season from Sony, and it has all the 25 episodes of the series, so you want to check that out if you're a big fan of it. You know, Scream fans appreciate Neve Campbell, Lost fans will appreciate Matthew Fox. Do check that out. That is available starting the 25th of this month. And wrapping it up very quickly, we have one of the bigger surprises of the year, Walt Disney's Enchanted. And this is a very, very delightful film with Amy Adams, which talks about what happens when a fairy tale princess gets removed from the animated land from which she grew up and cast in the real world. You have some very good supporting work in it by James Marsden. There's also some very, very funny stuff, and there's some great musicals. It had 3 songs nominated for Academy Awards. Patrick Dempsey's in it as well. So do check this out. I was quite happy with this one, and I think you will be too. And guys, take it from me. This is a film that you can like and not have to admit it, and the woman in your life will absolutely love you for watching it. So do recommend that right now, Walt Disney Pictures. And that's it for the DVD segment. Stay tuned. We'll have a video game segment coming up very soon. And thank you so much. We'll talk to you later.